brand new episode of Mighty Mac Week in Review. My name's Sarah Pasternak, joined by my co-host Dave Molinaro.
Hope you guys had a great Labor Day weekend. We have a lot of highlights from the first week of action. We're going to start off with women's soccer against Albright. Let's take a look.
After playing to a scoreless tie in the first half with Albright, the Mighty Macs and Lions stayed scoreless early in the second half when Liz McBride makes this sprawling save to keep it 0-0. Later, with Albright up 1-0, McBride is at it again with this great stop from close range, one of her 14 saves on the day, but Albright would tack on 2 more to give IU a 3-0 defeat in their opener.
The Macs then went to Penn State Abington, coming up from behind with 2 second-half goals from Erica Buckley and Rachel Lamb to tie it. They would fall later in overtime 3-2. The women will host Wesley and Widener later this week at Draper Walsh.
Let's kick it with the men's soccer team. They opened up their 2015 schedule at Draper Walsh Stadium, hosting Albright. Let's take a look at the highlights. In the 22nd minute, the Mighty Macs had a corner kick where Tyler Budrick gets a touch on it. Steve Smith tries to backheel, getting cheeky with it in the box, no good. Matt Dunn got the rebound, puts it in the box, and Pat Friend puts it home for the goal. Sorry we didn't have film of that goal, now taking applications for a new cameraman. Later on, the game's tied 1-1. Kyle Jumelon, get off me, all strength. Look at that footwork through the box. I've seen him on the dance floor as well. Oh, misses the shot wide right. Later on in the second half, game still tied up, and the freshman Alex Noel sends this perfect pass across the box on a set piece, and the header is saved by the goalie. Game is still tied late in the second. The game headed into overtime, and someone turned the lights out. Not much happened, so we skip to the second overtime. Kyle Jumelon fights for this ball, rips a shot, upper 90, but the Albright keeper makes a sprawling save. It was Immaculata's goalkeeper, Joe Lebonsky's turn on the other end as he makes this diving save, but the Lions would break through with 52 seconds left remaining. In double overtime, the Mighty Macs lost 2-1. On Friday, the Macs hosted Washington College, and in the first half, the Shoremen had an attempt off the corner kick, but Brandon Alagan, with that hair flopping in the wind, gets ahead on it to keep the game scoreless. In the second half, with the game still scoreless, Joe Lebonsky had a tough one with this knuckler going upper 90. He didn't like it though, punch it, get out of the way, game still tied. After Washington scored a late goal in the second half, the Macs have a free kick opportunity from the midfield, and Aaron Bramble serves it into the box. Will Carr has the chance, couldn't connect, and the Macs fell to Washington College 1-0.
Men's soccer will host Moravian Wednesday at 4, and then later head to PSU Abington this Saturday.
The field hockey team had a pair of losses last week, but look to bounce back tomorrow night as the game starts at 7 o'clock at Draper Walsh Stadium. If you can't come out, make sure you check it out on GoMightyMacs.com.
After kicking off a busy week with a season opener win against Misericordia, volleyball finishes the week going 2-2 at the Round Invitational with wins over Bryn Mawr and Keene. Volleyball will play just once this week, Thursday at PSU Berks.
Men's and women's cross country, they run a lot, competed twice last week, with the women finishing 5th in the first event and 3rd in the CSAC preview meet, and the men finished 6th, followed by a 4th at the CSAC preview meet, highlighted by Angel Chamal Rodriguez, finishing 1st among individuals. Both teams will compete at Cairn on Saturday, where they will run a lot more.
Congratulations to women's tennis, opening up their season with a 9-0 win against Rosemont. The girls will continue CSAC play with a match against Cabrini on Saturday.
There's a lot going on this week. Tonight, women's soccer has a home game at 7. Tomorrow, doubleheader at Draper Walsh Stadium. Men's soccer at 4. Field hockey at 7. And then after that, Thursday night, women's soccer game at 6 o'clock. All those games are at Draper Walsh Stadium, but if not, you can catch the live broadcast. You're already on the website, GoMightyMacs.com. We want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Mighty Mac Week in Review. My name's Dave Molinaro.
And I'm Sarah Pasternak.
And Go Macs.